whatever he said recently, it's whatever. It's Twitter talk. I can do my research. Although
Yeah, yeah.
there
I'll
might
tell
be a
you.
few interviews. Okay, tell me what
Yeah,
what he.
yeah. Because usually Terrence doesn't tweet too much, but I found these kind of like interesting. Like, oh, I wonder why he's saying these things. First tweet was my how the tables have turned. Danny Swift, you and Keith Thurman will never, and I mean never, ever get a shot at the top dog, and that's me. Y'all hoe asses. It's funny that I'm saying that. Y'all hoe asses didn't want no smoke when I wanted to fight. Remember, now y'all want to fight so bad. Go keep fighting each other like before. It's funny how all these fighters want to fight now, but back then all they could say was, I haven't fought nobody. Now they're begging, looking for a check. Can't make this shit up. All these fighters that was claiming to be their own bosses were are hiding behind the term call out. Now they're talking like they can fight whoever they want. Boy, y'all some pawns. Go sit down. I believe he added a little bit more, but that's pretty much no, there's more. Did me dirty, had all these people that don't know anything about boxing trying to discredit my accomplishments. He haven't fought nobody, lies, but no one wanted to be that so-called somebody, though. They say the cream always rises to the top, and it looks like I'm the last man standing. I know y'all mad about it, but it's not my plan. This is God's plan.
Yeah, man. Ain't mad about it, bro. I don't know if Danny said anything to spark that. I don't know, there's a few things. One, you didn't beat up a champion, bro. I don't think that Errol Spence would beat Sean Porter. Okay. God bless you, kid. You're blessed. Everybody knows in boxing that it's timing. I don't really like to talk really down on fighters and take away. I hate people who just treat people like, oh, this guy's washed up now, blah blah blah. There's a lot of stuff being said about me and my career, but there's an old saying that Ben Getty used to talk about, and I never got to witness it too much in my boxing career. But the old saying is, one day you got it and the next day you don't, and this is just for athletes in general. This happens. It's one of those phenomena that occur in sports, not just boxing, but sports. Okay. And I haven't really witnessed it much in my career, but for the first time ever, when Errol Spence did his last performance, I think we all saw it, man. What you are today is not the fighter that you were yesterday. I mean, it's I don't think it's his fault. I think injuries and life caught up to the kid. I don't really think it's his fault. It just happens like that. Ben Getty told me this stuff growing up, man. One day you got it, one day you don't. And he used to tell me this story with some of his fighters where he would tell them like, hey, I'm not working your next corner. Like he would see something and he knows like, hey man, I recommend you're done. But of course they're not done. They go change camps, they make some fights happen, and they just get beat up a few times before they hang up the gloves, and they just get used as an opponent, and their real career is over. Say what you want about Keith Thurman. Y'all can say what you want, but a lot of real ones know Thurman versus that Spence, same scenario, bro. How do you get out of the 6th round? When you got somebody who wants to prove themselves, somebody who is looking forward to the biggest pay-per-view fight of their career, which Crawford did, which is what I tip his hat off to. I tip his hat off to the fact that he stayed consistent. But there's two things about you talking about me, bud. Okay? There's two things. Thing number one, the year that they wanted me to fight you was the year that I was supposed to fight Pacquiao, and everybody knew why I didn't fight you, okay? On your end, if they didn't relay the message, they said, look, we're not mad at you. I mean, look, we're offering you this much for Crawford. They're offering you that much for Pacquiao. I mean, the fact that you're going to take Pacquiao, it is what it is, right? Now, after the Barrios fight, I was all ready to fight you. You're the one who just doesn't want somebody to have a tune-up, shake off the dust, keep these keep everything moving, you a stay busy fighter, kid. What do you got? 40 wins? What do you? I got 10 less fights than you, homie. We come from the same Olympic year, bro. So I just, I could have fought you any day of the week after February last year, bro. We could have fought in July, August, September, October, period. And you did fight in October. You did fight in October. You fought some nobody that we didn't care about, bro. So, look, man, I'm not mad at him. If there's anything, I'm not mad at him. Have things been political when he was over there with Bob? Yeah. Are you king of the hill now? Yeah. Do you deserve it? Yeah. Do I still think you just beat up almost nobody? You didn't beat up a real champion, kid. Everybody knows you put Thurman in the ring on that same night. Thurman wipes Spence. That Errol gets wiped by many people. Okay. And then you put me in there with you, kid, on that same night in Vegas, bro. It ain't the same fight, man. That's what I was telling you the next morning, bro. You already know. I know you know. I know people that see you to your face. I've heard you talk respect. Man, we got interviews with you on ESPN saying Keith Thurman is a tougher fight than Errol Spence Jr., man. Do what you want with your career. You ain't ever going to fight me. That's fine. Spence never really wanted it. You don't ever really want it. That's fine, man. This ain't Leonard Hearns, I guess. We ain't in that real generation where everybody who's really bout it is bout it anymore, okay? It's fine, bro. Cash your check. Be king of Omaha, baby. I'm so blessed to witness greatness out of our generation, period. I live this life, I walk this life. You live this life, you walk this life. And I'm proud of you, kid. I'm proud of you. That's the thing that my meditation does. I don't hold resentment in my heart no more. I ain't hating on y'all niggas no more. Ain't nothing to hate, man. I got love for you, kid. I got love for you. I got gratitude. I'm grateful for everything, for living this life, man. You don't know how many people, man, they're here today, gone tomorrow. Not just in the fight game, man, but in life, baby. I lost a real one. I lost a real one just a few weeks ago. They just hosted his funeral, bro. And what you don't understand is I wanted to call him 3 weeks before he passed away. But what I said, nah, man, homeboy's busy. I treat him like the celebrity that he is. I treated him like the celebrity that he is. Oh, he's probably got stuff going on in life. He's busy. Now I can't hear that man's voice, man. Life is too short to hate on y'all, man. Be good, though. Be good. Be your powerhouse. Do what you want to do with your career, man. You're in a very, very blessed situation. Do what you want to do with your career. You know what I'm saying? Go after Canelo. Make history. Be big. Don't fight the Dannys. Don't fight Thurmans. Whatever, kid. I'm still an active fighter. I love looking for the best fights. And it ain't my fault you the best fight out there. Shoot, it's your fault. But like I said, man, there was some political stuff back when you were with Bob. You're not with Bob no more. You've now fought 2 PBC fighters, bro. But you still ain't seen the one that just is the dog, bro. Everybody else on their side end of their career, man, what you call it? Porter fought you, kid. Porter fought you and then instantly announced his retirement, bro. Like, you don't go into a fight knowing I don't win this fight. Like, come on, man. The fight was already over, bro. You had somebody like me, the fight was already over. Nobody's a live dog like Thurman. In these later years, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, I'm going to be the only one that as I get older, y'all going to say, is he still in his prime? Why does that boy fight like he's in his prime? I just want it. I want it on a level that, that I've always wanted it, man. So that's all I really got to say for today's comments on Crawford, you know. But you can just back check his old interviews, bro. You always put respect on my name, kid, you know. And I said that you didn't really, you know, you didn't have an opportunity to fight great 147 fighters. The way you beat Sean, you stopped Sean. Thurman never stopped Sean. Spence dropped Sean, didn't stop Sean, you know. Was Sean already giving up in the fight before camp, whatever his mental state was in? But he still gave you a good fight. So that's past, that's like after the fact. If I just assess the fight, you had a great performance, my man. You know, the way you just dominated Spence, even though he didn't look like he had one title, let alone 3 titles, but the way that you dominated Spence, you know, my favorite punch was that uppercut that you dropped him with. That was my favorite punch of the whole fight, because that's where I gave you your new nickname, Crafty Crawford. All right, I gave that to you when you beat Porter, but you showed it to me with that uppercut when you beat Spence. And then you just played the fundamentals, man, stuck him with the jab. I haven't seen the jab land that many times since my mentor, Winky Wright, okay? When Winky Wright beat Tito Trinidad, he made Trinidad look like a bobblehead. He was beating Spence up with the jab. Jab, double jab, jab at the jab at jab. Jab at the jab at jab, bam, bam. You know, I mean, basics, fundamentals, solid, ruthless, in shape. There was a lot of great things I saw that night. But like I said, man, it is what it is, man. You know, your legacy is your legacy, kid. It's already done. You made it. You did it. Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? So that's why it is up to you, kid. It's up to you. There's a few other things. I'm gonna have to see what I'm gonna do. But this is what people kind of forgot, man. Everybody can say whatever they want politically, this or that, yaze, who's Thurman, who is Thurman? Bro, people in the industry really know. I was avoided before I ever had a title. Now I don't have a title, I'm avoided again. I'm a threat. I'm the toughest fight that anybody can have at 147. I'm the fighter that said, I'm not afraid to let it go. And if you can beat me, beat me. And like I told everybody after that fight, when I said that you defeated Spence, Keith Thurman ain't never been defeated. I fought Manny Pacquiao one-handed. Man, don't make me call my doctor and show y'all the dates of when I first went into his office and was advised to have hand surgery before 2019. And I fought 2 fights in 2019, then had my hand surgery. So like it's whatever, man. But we know the life that we live as fighters, man. This is a different life. This is a different topic. Being in the fight game, going toe to toe, blow for blow. You know, I'm 34. I'm not 24, man. I'm a father now. My ego has shifted, but the warrior in me is always about it. You know, I don't gotta prove nothing because I know you know. I know you know. You used to talk about it, you know? So it is what it is, bud. You know, shout out Omaha, you know, King of Omaha. It is what it is, bud. Say whatever you want to say. Go do a few more podcasts. Go get this easy check. Go get this easy check real quick. I ain't mad at you, kid. He wants to smoke. He wants to get slapped up. He wants the money too. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different ways to get blessings in life. You know what I mean? So you gotta take your blessings when you can get them, you know? And if you want to do other things with your career, that's on you, man. I ain't never gonna be mad at you, man. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of Danny. I'm proud of Mikey. I'm proud of Errol. I'm proud of Sean. I'm proud of the Bronze Bomber. I'm proud of the Russell family. Okay. I'm proud of everyone I ever met in this sport that lives this life and has done something and made a name out of something, because I remember you, kid. I remember when you was a kid, just like me. And this right here, this red, white, and blue, this life we live was nothing but a dream. I remember them days. I remember them days. And that's why I'm different. That's why I'm different, because I'll never forget. And I'll always put my blood, sweat, and tears into this beautiful, aggressive, lovely sport that we call boxing, baby.
Keith, lastly, just we've been talking about all these things, but I want to touch back on you. What's the plan at this point? You're training, you're coming down in weight, you're staying in shape, but when do we see you back in the ring?
I mean, we just gotta wait for this announcement. You know, they've been playing with my emotions all year, kid. They've been playing with my emotions all year.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know,
like every time I've talked to you, you're like, okay, yeah, something's coming soon, something's coming soon.
I mean, we got, especially after fight week, man. I was actually at a good weight when I went to fight week. And then when I came back and like, I don't know, something happened and I just started eating pizza. I was like, man, they ain't calling me, But then I got out of that, that frame of mind, and I stayed moving with my strength coach. I've been working with my strength coach since before the Spence fight, and I gotta say, man, if there's one thing that's really tapping in right now is my strength work. That's another reason why I went on my long bike ride. Is I just want to get in a little bit more cardio. I think I need to eventually pull back from some of the strength work that I'm doing, but it's really making me feel solid. I always knew that I had power. Sean Porter made the statement. Thurman's always had power. He remembers me from the amateurs. But, throughout my career, yeah, I haven't lifted a lot of weights. I've done a lot more calisthenics and different things. But when I was an amateur, when I was knocking people out in the amateurs with not 16-ounce gloves, in sparring, I was knocking people out with 16-ounce gloves and headgear. But in competition, it was 10-ounce gloves and headgear, right? So when I was doing that damage, Ben Getty, my original trainer, you guys always see me wear his name on my trunks, trained me from the age of 7 to the age of 20 when he passed away. He was the strength and conditioning coach for the military boxing over at Fort Bragg's. And he was just big into lifting. And I got with Yo Murphy again. This is the same trainer that I was using for the Pacquiao fight. But the difference of where I'm at now in the Pacquiao fight was I had to lose 33 pounds in 11 weeks to weigh 147 for the Pacquiao fight. So I'm not walking around at no 182, where our weight management is a lot better this year. And I'm just feeling stronger. And I'm looking forward to my performance. I just want to remind the world, why Keith Thurman has always been one of the best welterweight fighters in the welterweight division. With the belt, without the belt, on meds, off meds, I'm on my Kanye shit. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting next year because the belts are gonna get freed again at 147 with Crawford and Spence saying they're gonna fight at 54 in the rematch. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of opportunities there.
Oh,
you got
that's being talked about already.
Well, yeah, it said that last week.
It makes sense, man. I mean, if you never
last week they said
Thurman,
that Spence,
if you never want to fight your mandatories and you never want to do certain things, and you're really gunning for the winner of two fighters that are in weight classes above you, there really is no purpose of holding on to the titles. So
yeah, the rematch is going to happen at 154. Last week, a thing got sent out saying that Spence is executing his immediate rematch for December. I don't know if it's actually going to be in December, but it said that he's.
Yeah, I heard rumors they might push it into January. Yeah. This and that. That's not a big deal. It would be
at 54.
December would be a quick turnaround. Would remind us of the Leonard Hearns days, But no matter what, these guys are getting it in. They're solidifying what they agreed upon. They're knocking it out. He gets his get back, run it back one more time but I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't ask for more fights afterwards. He's had a tremendous career, unified 3 world titles, gets beat by Crawford twice. The bookies are definitely going to have the odds shifted a lot more heavily in Crawford's favor, especially after that first performance. No one's going to care that the fight is at 54. Like I said, they already fought at 54. They both didn't weigh under 54 when they fought each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I take these numbers into respect like that, it's practically still the same fight. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. The welterweight division will get shooken up. There will be a lot of opportunities for some champions again. And regardless of if I move up or not, you know, finally might have an opportunity to finally become a 3-time world champion sometime next year. So we'll see. And I look forward to holding the belt again, because I think a lot of people, they say they want to fight Thurman, but when it comes to just putting the fights together, there's just, what are you gaining fighting Thurman? You know, I feel like the belts need to be on the line. The titles need to be on the line. And like I've been telling some of those naysayers and those doubters, man, real champions, look up boxing history, real champions, you can't stop from being champion again. You know, even Sean Porter won the title, beat Paulie, lost to Kell Brook, and then he did come back and win he got the vacated title.
Yeah,
he got the vacated title
against
from
Ugas.
No, Danny.
No.
Him
Oh
and
yeah,
Danny
yeah,
Crawford.
yeah. No, you're right. You're right. He
It was actually
defended
my
against Ugas.
vacated title.
Yeah.
It was actually my vacated title.
Yeah, you would know. You would know.
Yeah, so that's what made that happen, you know. But there's going to be 4 major world titles back up for grabs that'll shake up the welterweight division. It'll be slow. People might feel a certain way about a lot of champions coming together through vacancies, but there still should be a lot of great fights to be had. And then after there's 4 new champions established, guess what, baby? Run it back, collect them all, and start doing unification bouts all over again. So, you know, when you think of it like that, there should be some fun times in the near future for the welterweight division.
Your goal, I know I spoke to you years ago. You still eyeing undisputed? That's still like a dream of yours?
I mean, I honestly, I wanted Spence, man. And, you know, at this point, it's just going to be about staying busy for the next few years, getting a little bit more activity. You know, I would love to fight once this year, since I've been on the bench all year. But when it comes to next year, I gotta stay moving. 2 fights. If I can do 2 fights in an exhibition, 2 fights in a UFC
Oh
fight.
man, I even
I don't know
forgot
what's
about
gonna
all that stuff,
I
man,
don't
with
know. I don't know
Clarissa
what's
and
gonna
all that.
happen, man. But I need
What?
to. But
Yeah,
I need to stay busy. And
that's
so
not a real thing,
once
is it,
we
Keith?
get back in the, I mean, who's gonna promote it? Who wants to promote it? And can I make it manifest for charity? Like I said, that's my only interest, man. Is not just doing big things in boxing. Sometimes it's fun to do different things in boxing. Sometimes it's fun to do different things in sports. Sometimes it's fun to do different things compared to what we've seen in the whole world, you know. And a battle of the sexes, uh, when it comes to boxing, would be different. But in my heart of hearts, I don't care about being in there with Carissa Shields. What I do care about is, can this thing that, obviously, you know, the talk that got uh, written about ever since just a few comments, just a few tweets. So if there's any way, any form that I can gather money for charities, for an all children's hospital, you know, for Shriners organization, you know, for the nonprofit organization of my guru, the Art of Living, if there's any way that I could just do something positive, you know, because I don't see anything positive me punching Carissa Shields ever, you know. So I need that positive twist, you know, that I can be proud of, outside of, you know, just doing something different, doing an exhibition, doing something that's playful. But I promise you this, you know, if it ever manifests, I'm still only using jab only, you know.
Only jab. Even if
Well,
she starts putting hands combinations on you.
what's she gonna do? Come on, man. You see that happening? Come on, man. You know, my footwork. I mean, the girl don't see. That's why I'm gonna use jab only, man. She ain't never seen no footwork. You know, she ain't never seen no world class, you know, footwork like that. So, you know, it's it's different, you know, and I would just want to, you know, I just want to show that you know, you think you're in the same sport, but you're not. What you call it? Serena Williams. said it herself when they said, how do you think you would fare up against men? And she says, men's tennis is a completely different sport. It's not even the same sport from one of the greatest females athletes of our generation, let alone tennis, just one of the greatest female athletes. She said it's not even the same sport. Same ball, same racket, not same sport. The speed, the velocity, the average height of the male athletes, the angles, and just the serves alone would just change the game. It changes the game. She knows her place. So obviously Carissa doesn't know her place, and that's why I'd have to use jab only.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen that fight that Lucia Riker had against a Thai legend back in the 90s, where a lot of this same talk was being echoed back then, where they're saying like, hey, she's wrecking all these females, she could probably wreck a guy. And she went in there for like a round, and then she got caught with a punch and got knocked out. It was a real sanctioned fight, but yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference just on a physiological level. There's a difference.
Yeah, speed, power, velocity, and then just, it's competition. We see it in sports all the time. That's what makes tennis so amazing. But like I said, tennis has a tremendous amount of female competition, right? But when it comes to basketball, if it came down to like women playing football and like just women's playing a lot of sports in general, the one thing that hold the women back is the lack of the plethora of talent to compare yourself with. What is she, like a 3-time world champion with 14 fights or so? I don't even know. Somebody was sending me something, and I was like, you've done so much, yet you've done so little, right? Because look how much you're able to do in the female world, because you were an Olympian, there was nothing to climb. There was nothing to climb. You just got to showcase and be put on, and and like I said, man, I don't hate on nobody. I don't hate on anybody. I don't really, at the end of the day, whatever you've done in this career, whatever you've done in this sport, when a certain feeling and stuff. But now that I am where I am, and I've done my silent retreats and stuff, man, I tip my hat off to that boy Jake Paul. It's just entertainment. He got Steven Espinoza to sign the checks, baby. Well, I remember working for Showtime. He got Showtime to back him, So, I mean, this is just entertainment. It's just boxing. It's just another black eye, But everything that we do, we wouldn't even have the opportunity if it wasn't for the fans. We wouldn't have the opportunity if it wasn't for people like you that like to report, get the word out, and create the excitement behind what we do as professional athletes, So that's why, like I said, man, I don't hate on nobody, man. Everything that anyone's ever accomplished is great. But, my jab is enough to put that girl in her place. 100.
That is Keith Thurman. Keith, man, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of time with us here today. Really appreciate it. As always, great to chat with you, and hopefully I see you in person soon, my man.
Yeah, I'll debate whether or not I'm gonna be able to leave the family and be at the Charlo fight. But
hey, I hope you are able to go there. Yeah, I hear maybe you could maybe you and Crawford will cross paths, and maybe you guys work something out there.
Let's keep praying on that. If the stars align.
Yeah, stars align.